Well, good evening, race fans. This is Marty Uren for the North American Grand Prix, and this is another Thursday night in the GT Championship Series. And with me tonight in the broadcast booth is my partner in crime, John Wathen. Hey, John, how's it going?
Hey, Marty, how's it going?
Yep, running late, but I think we got it started.
All right, good to be here in Belgium again.
Yes, yeah, and tonight is the qualifying event for next week's Enduro main event, and it will consist of our Super Pole qualifying format. One car on the track at a time for one hot lap to set the grid for our 30-minute qualifying race tonight. And the results of that will determine the starting grid for next week. Have I missed anything, John?
Well, the first top two qualifiers tonight in Super Pole will retain their positions next week. So whoever gets pole and second place, doesn't matter where they finish in the race tonight, they will start first and second next week.
Exactly. So looks like everybody's in the pits. Probably a driver's meeting before flipping over to the qualifying green flag, in which the first car will go out in the reverse order of their practice times.
Or it could be the opposite of that. I think there's a new rule, the David Poole rule, that says whoever has the fastest practice time can either choose to go out first or last. So the field will be inverted if they choose to do that.
In other words, we don't have a clue.
Not for a minute till we see that first car roll out. It's either going to be Hefner or Werner, it looks like to me.
Well, it looks like my timing and scoring shows David Morrow's at the top of practice. Is that right? Actually,
no,
that is not official.
That could be the bottom. Yeah, that actually could be backwards. The other, yeah, according to the end game, I'm showing Al as being first and Morrow's last, but we'll have to see. According to the broadcast app, I had Werner first and Hefner last.
Well, we'll just have to wait and
see. That's a no way. Doesn't mean that's their, where they're going to qualify, because you could join late and not have a qualifying time, you'd be last. And you could also do a very fast practice qualifying time and pass all the guys in front of you if they're not actually practicing on the super softs.
Oh, okay.
We'll see in a minute.
It's flipped over to qualifying. I see. Well, let's just wait and see.
Yep, I don't see anybody on track.
The crowd waits with bated anticipation.
Well, we're coming off a pretty good race last week. The point standings got really tight. Besides 05 Motorsport, was this David Poole and Andrew Werner. Got to go by M&M Racing, which is Brad and John. Actually, got to go by is Aaron and Al. M&M is Brad and John McIntyre, and Rowdy Burns, who is Adamson and Kirkbride, who finished second and third last week. They're all tied for second. They've got 82 points, and 05's got 131. So they're kind of running away, but the battle for second's still extremely tight. Somebody's on track. Oh, looks like it's Al. Al's the first one out on track, so yeah, go by the in-game scoring.
So, yes, Al Marimon on track at the moment on his outlap. You got any information on tire selection, John?
Let me go check. This is kind of a long lap, so I suspect some of these guys might not go out on the super softs. Al is on the super softs. Looks like second to go is going to be David Poole. He's on the softs. Third is Ian in the McLaren. He's on the super softs.
Yeah, it looked like Al was kind of tippy-toeing there at the beginning of his outlap to not get those super softs up to temp too soon, because they will take a beating here on this long crash course.
Yep, but you got to make sure they're warmed up for the first couple turns too.
Coming into the last turn at the chicane, headed to the start-finish line to grip the clocks and give it his best.
Yep, here he goes. Coming into a source to start his lap.
Nice clean exit.
So what's the over/under on deaths at Eau Rouge tonight, Marty?
Not sure I follow there, John.
Well, how many people are going to die there? It's such a dangerous corner, and I'd say 6 or 8 people out of 28.
Oh, yes, of course. I thought perhaps you were alluding to Monday night's vintage spa race. Well, we don't need to go into that.
Nope. I survived a couple close calls there Monday night, but no, completely different track tonight.
Well, I believe that certain portions of the current modern GP spa circuit is still laid out where the old track was, but of course this pavement, the curbing, everything has been modernized over the years, so it drives quite differently.
Yes, it does. It's the modern version of this track is one of the most favorite for just about any racer, but the old version is still pretty freaking awesome. Al's looking awful smooth. No mistakes.
Yeah, he's definitely looks like he's in the groove.
Oh, he got through bus stop. Very nice. It's gonna be a heck of a time. Next up is Poole. Poole's just hit start finish. And Marty or Al timed 2:16.5.
There's our provisional pole current benchmark.
David Poole's carrying 20 kilos from last week's finish. Well, actually 2 weeks ago, but he's still carrying some ballast from success weight.
Ah, yes, the price of success.
Poor guy.
Well, Looks like David Poole is 10th up in the first sector, but I think he was a little ragged there. Oh, he's running very wide. I'm not sure what the track limits are tonight for running wide on the exit, because there are some sections here at Spa where you can carry a lot of speed.
I don't think I heard any running wide penalties, or track limits. I think you can run as wide as you can unless they announce it before the race. So I think he says usually lose some traction running wide.
Yeah,
so I don't think there's anything that really gains.
Right. So David Poole is down a 10th in the second sector. So he's still within reach of snatching that pole time.
Yep, Al made a very good last couple of corners. I don't see David being able to gain a 10th or two.
David locks up.
But you never know.
Porsche's
excellent in traction. Yeah, Porsche's got some great traction coming out of the corner.
And he misses it by a 10th. So David Poole currently second.
Here comes Jolicoeur. Jolicoeur subbing in the McLaren tonight. Not sure how comfortable he'll be in that car. It's a really tricky car to drive. Being mid-engine. And I think it wears out the rear tires kind of quickly. Ian's had a lot of success at this track. I think he's won this race a couple of times, and he's finished on the podium probably 7 or 8 times. He won this race once when we were in the Saline, and that car is just awesome around this track. Of course, that was GTR 2.
Yeah, Saline is good as long as the rear tires hold up.
Yep.
Well, Jolicoeur is definitely using as much curb in sections I hadn't normally contemplated.
He's looking good. He's still about even. He's within a 10th of the pole time. Oh, he's sliding around Stabilo.
Yeah. Is he on super softs? I think they look like they're starting to go away.
I think he. Yep, Ian's on the super softs.
He is.
Sabo's up next.
Dead even on pole time here in the second sector, so he's got a shot at this.
Oh, he's sliding it around. It's going to be tough. It's going to be fun to watch his last couple corners. Because what you need is traction right here.
Oh, it's wiggling.
Oh, good. Short shifted. Yeah, he's short shifted.
Nope. 8/10.
Yeah, lost a lot.
Yeah, he was fighting the car there right toward the end. So that hurt him.
Next up is Peter Sabo in another McLaren. Gainesville. That looks like one of the protos from the Tudor series. Hadn't really noticed that car yet. Peter's carrying 20 kilos of weight tonight. I believe that's penalty weight. And we do have one no qual from last week. Let me check who it is. Yep. Peter's carrying 20 kilos for a penalty, and Brad Mears has actually got a no qual tonight, so he's going to be starting from the back.
Well, Peter was looking real good in that first sector. He was even, but he's lost 0.6 in the second sector here, so that's a lot to make up as close as the competition is here.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he made up any time. Looking at Ian's 0.8 of a second loss in the third sector.
Yeah, Peter lost 0.9 overall. Still a very good time.
Yep. Here comes Aaron Parsons. Next up to the Super Pole. Driving the Aston.
Yeah, Aaron hits Dua Road, one of the most notoriously dangerous sections of any racetrack in the world.
Yep, Aaron's had a lot of success here. He currently holds the NAGP record lap time, I believe, for Spa. He's got the quickest time ever in the McLaren.
Aaron
and that was the McLaren F1.
Yeah, Aaron's even in the first sector. He locks up there, goes a little wide, gets it back.
Now this is a race we've all done at NAGP anyway. We've all done it in each league. We've done it once every year. So these guys that have been here forever have done tons and tons of laps. Probably 10,000 laps at this track. So you're going to see the cream rise to the top here. Looks like he's about a half a second down.
Very smooth through the chicane.
Yep. Takes third. Next up is Kevin Kirkbride in the Corvette. Kevin finished, I believe, second last week.
Yeah, Kevin's been showing lots of speed.
Corvette finished
in the Corvette.
Oh yeah, second and third. Teammates were second and third last week. So Kevin's carrying 30 kilos. Yep, and his teammate Andrew, who's coming up next, is carrying 20. Really smooth so far. And he's about even with the pole sitter's time so far. Didn't use a whole lot of track through Pujon. Maybe he could have used a little more.
Looking good at the end of second.
Though. Yep, he is looking good. Nice run out of Stavelo. Good through Blancheville. And no lockup going into the bus stop. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh!
That could hurt.
This is a little traction.
And it did.
Oh, third place.
Very good run, though. A little bobble may have
nice.
cost him at least one position as close as this is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, could have been a pole time there. And even carrying weight, that's awesome. Great job there. And next up is Andrew Adamson, our third place finisher last week. Looking good so far. Slide my hair, but a little bit of slide, not going to cost you too much, especially if it's on your entry. Looks like he's down a tenth. Looking good so far. I have memories of coming out of Stavelo in our qualifying, our Super Poles we used to run in GTR2 at this track, and how nerve-wracking it was. I know you ran a lot of these races on Thursday nights too. Got any memories from Super Poles?
Oh yeah, mainly from Monday Night GT2 series. Yeah, this Super Bowl format, you're just out there by yourself, it's just you and the track, and it is sweaty palm time. Knowing that all your competition is just sitting there in the pits watching you. Go on. Yeah,
Adamson comes in fourth.
Yeah, good run.
Next up, we've got John Ludden in the Merc.
Yeah, all your competition's just sitting there in the pits watching you going, screw it up, screw it up, screw it up.
Yeah, it is definitely nerve-wracking. Ludden's carrying no weight tonight, so he should be looking pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, John had a strangely off performance last week. Did you happen to hear the story on that?
Yeah, I did. He had some trouble. He had some technical difficulties. I think it was his internet or his computer, and he barely made the race last week. He showed up late, and I think he was still having some troubles in the first few laps of the race. But he made a nice comeback and finished in the points.
Yeah, I believe I heard he had to make an extra pit stop, which really, put him back in the field.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he had a crash.
Well,
he had some kind of accident early and had to pit early and made it a two-stopper.
Didn't he put while everybody else was on mediums, put soft tires on for a short last stint and set top time?
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
looking pretty good. He's about 2/10 down right now, but if anybody can overcome that in the last sector, I think it'd be John. He's a master at Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, he's got that big Merc pretty dialed in.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it if he actually, maybe not takes pole, but finishes less than 2/10 down, which is what he is now. Looked very good at the bus stop.
Well, there you go. He slots in second.
Yeah. Nice. I'm looking for the next guy on track. It's an Audi.
Jesse
Oh, it's
Olsen.
Olsen. Looked good through Eau Rouge.
Yeah, it sounded like he was right there at the rev limiter, all the way up a Rouge. That's the thing, you can be practicing on race fuel and race tires, and unless you spend some time playing with you and practicing your qualifying setup, all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going faster now. It's like it didn't have enough gear.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these guys, probably like me and you, I mean, me anyway, I don't ever practice qualifying until qualifying starts. And, I don't really make any changes to the setup. Once I have the car comfortable, I just take the softer tires. But some of these guys, you never know. They might do some practice laps and actually feel a difference. Because I do tend to make changes in qualifying to the setup after the first run. So I mean, I guess if you're as serious as some of these guys, you might do some practice runs and actually figure out that some drastic changes might come into play.
Yeah, I do pretty much the same. The problem is that when you think you've got a good race setup, and then you throw the soft tires and a light fuel load on, and through the qualifying session, you start tinkering with it, and then you have to wonder whether you should leave those changes in for the race or go back to your known race setup. Jesse Olsen comes across 7th.
Yep, not bad for Jesse.
Excellent.
Next up, I believe, is Moses.
Looks like, yes.
I think he's got a little success at this track. I think he actually won this race once or twice. I'm not going to pat his ego or anything, but let's see what he has in the Viper. Chris has got no weight, so look for him to be pretty quick. He's about even, first sector. Oh, about a half a second down to the second sector. I didn't see any mistakes.
Oh. Note to self, turn off mute. I was saying that I saw a little wiggle, which I think hurt him in the second sector, but he seems to be pretty well hooked up now.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a second. I thought it was a 10th. No, yeah, he finished in 10th.
If he's on the super soft,
Werner's up next.
He probably just fried him.
I thought it was Andrew Werner. Uh-oh. What happened to Werner? Did Werner crash?
I show he's still in the pits.
Oh, I think he crashed. I had him. He was behind Moses.
Oh, he crashed on his out lap, so he aborted?
I think that could be it, or he had an issue. Yeah, he was following Moses.
Well, Iggy Jordia is stopping at pit exit.
Well, I see DeGraw, Mark DeGraw.
Yes.
He's gonna be your next one. Oh, I don't know what happened to Andrew. Give me a second. I'll go ask.
Good idea. Yeah, Mark DeGraw in the Audi R8, looking pretty smooth and hooked up here at the moment. Ooh, looked like he might have a little oversteer there that kept him from getting on the gas.
Yeah, Marty. Just got word from Andrew. He lost it on track. He's going to have to start in the back.
Oh, that's a bummer. Well, he's got 30 minutes to move up through the field and get himself in a decent position, and then a long feature race next week. So all is not lost, but that definitely is going to hurt him.
Yep, Andrew's been extremely quick this season, so yeah, it's going to be disappointing, but you know, like you said, he can definitely work his way up tonight, and then have a nice finish next week. 2 weeks. We're taking a week off next week.
So Mark DeGraw has currently finished his out lap and is now on his timed run. And he is pushing noticeably harder now that the clock is ticking.
Yeah, you think?
Well, I wasn't sure that last lap we watched him wasn't a timed run. Wasn't paying close enough attention. I'm going, well, he doesn't seem to be using much, being as aggressive as we've seen with some of the other driving styles, but I stand corrected.
DeGraw's on the soft tires instead of the super softs too, so we'll see what happens here. That Audi likes to use the tires a lot more than most cars. It's got a flame sticking out of the back too, Marty. You see that?
You mean when he downshifts?
On my screen, I've got a flame sticking out of the exhaust pipe the whole time.
No, not I. Nope.
Thought maybe you put a spark plug back there, like my dad, the old guys did.
Yeah, we like to put on a show, but that isn't usually on the schedule.
It's pretty funny looking. On my screen, he's got a flame poking out of the back.
Maybe that's a newfangled racing emission control.
Here he comes. Got a good time going. He gained 2/10 in the second second, and he
Wow.
finishes 5th.
Yep. Those soft tires hung in there
Nice
to the
job.
end.
Here comes the Aston of, is that Heyman?
Iggy Jordia.
Oh, Iggy. Okay.
Ooh, a little wide there for Iggy. Boy, he's really up on the wheel there. Wrestling that big Aston. I guess it could be said those curves are there to be clobbered. Looking pretty smooth.
Yeah, Iggy's looking good here. Looking good so far, Iggy.
Makes the bus stop look easy. Gets the power down hard, headed to the finish line here.
Yeah, a little slower than it looked. HRO, is that Roman? Is Rich Roman here?
No.
What's he doing here? I see his name in my list. Next up, I've got David Morris. Looks like Morris is the next up. And he's is that Iggy's teammate for tonight?
Well, they're both green Audis, so that would be my assumption. So
What the hell's Roman? What the hell's Roman doing here?
I'm looking here.
Who the hell let him in? Who gave him the password?
Yeah, really. Rich is one of the original old timers in NAGP, and
I haven't seen that guy in years. He needs to go to the Rolex again. We went to the Rolex like 3 years ago, I guess, maybe. Did some karting with all the guys. Had a ball.
yeah, it's one of the perks of joining a bunch of speed freaks like us at NAGP is that on occasion there's opportunities to connect in real life and enjoy a race event and other extracurricular activities, some of which should not be mentioned.
I'm going to drop down a channel and see if that's Rich down below. Be right back.
In the meantime, we have David Morrows here, completing his second sector, headed toward the finish here. One thing I really enjoy about this GT series is the distinctive sound of the different engines and the different cars. Here comes David down into the bus stop, looking clean. And David slots in 12th. So, and next up, looks like David Zahn crossing the line to start his time lap.
Yeah, looks like Rich Roman is trying to make his NAGP comeback tonight, Mark.
Is he driving tonight? I'm looking for his name here in the list.
Yep. He's currently in 17th in the broadcast app.
He sure
See
is.
See what happens.
I don't think we've seen Rich since NAGP took up the Assetto Corsa.
Nope, I don't think so. He might have joined a race or two just to watch, but I don't think we've been blessed with his skills on track. See how they hold up. He's gotten a lot older.
Yeah, and some of these guys have gotten faster.
That's true. Looks like David Zahn's about 5/10 down currently.
Yeah, he's the other Corvette team here tonight. So we've got 4 Corvettes ready to grid.
Yep, Zahn and Snowden make up the other Corvette team. Looks like he's 1.6 down, which will gain him a spot currently if he hangs on to it. David's done, he's one of these guys that's, done tons and tons and tons of laps in practice in the last like 2 or 3 seasons. He's come a long way. Gone from one of the back of the packers to the mid packers, and now he's pushing that top 10 every week.
Oh, a little wheel spin there.
Yeah, he bumps up a spot, passes Iggy. Next up is Bjorn Heyman in the Merc, the SLS GT. That's my lottery car there, Marty.
How so?
If I hit the lottery, I'm going to own one of these cars. Not the GT version, but the street version.
So how's that going?
Well, I buy a lottery ticket about once a month. Not well.
Well, thank you for contributing to public education.
You got it. That's where it goes. I got no regrets.
Well, some of it goes to public education, but that's another subject for another time.
He looked really good through there, although it says he's down 6/10. I wonder if he's maybe using less wing. He could make it up in the second sector if he's using or if the other guys are using less wind. Second sector is usually more of a downforce type section. If you have higher downforce, you're going to gain time in the second sector.
Yeah, Spock always presents kind of a aero dilemma in that regard. It's fast.
Yeah, I've always been one.
So you got to minimize the downforce, but these sections right here, you know, are medium speed turns, and every bit of downforce you can generate keeps the car going where you want it to, and penalizes you on the long straight. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, I've always been one that ran a lot of downforce at Spa. I guess it's just that I want to survive going through that usually. I do know guys that like Johnny Lugnuts used to run low downforce here, like 1-2 wing in GTR2, and I couldn't believe it.
That's Le Mans aero settings.
Yeah.
Or even Monza.
Yep, Bjorn slots in a 14. And here comes Kobus to VA in the Audi.
I must say that up to this point, this group of drivers is showing some real professional quality driving here without major mistakes or major offs ruining their single lap timed run.
Yeah, we haven't seen a mistake yet. We missed Andrew's mistake, but nobody else has made a mistake on their outlap, and I'm sorry, Andrew. But you know, Andrew, he'll be up in the top 5 or so anyway.
Yep, the official replay will show us all what that was about. Unfortunately, we were not on, Andrew. But I was wondering, did he do it on his outlap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's. I went and talked to him. He said on the kink. I guess he meant either Pouhon or Blanchemont. He went off, and it was so. I guess he hit the wall hard enough that he knew he wouldn't be able to compete in his outlap or his hot lap.
Right. Well, I noticed he was unusually close to Chris Moses on his hot lap. So he was pushing pretty hard on that outlap.
Yep, Kobus is looking pretty good here. Only about a second down. So he looks to gain about 5 or 6 positions over where he is so far. And he got out of the bus stop pretty quick. Slots into 13th. And next up is Hefner. Zach Hefner in the Ferrari.
Love the sound of that car.
Oh yeah, and the look of that car too. Beautiful. Looks like he's got it just riding so low. It's incredible.
Nice first sector, only a 10th down. If he can maintain that pace, he's going to be well up in the field.
And Zach's another guy that's just running the soft tires. Actually, everybody else left is on softs, not super softs.
And he's 2/10 down through the second sector. That would seem to indicate some good consistency here. So looking for a good result here.
Yeah, that's definitely going to jump him up. He's currently 17th. He could definitely come up in the top 7 or 8, if not higher.
Nice car placement right there on the white line.
Might have braked a little early.
Caught a lot of curb there.
Hey, slots in the 8th. Nice job.
Yeah, a total of 6/10 down. So yeah, I think the bus stop was a little ragged, but that's not a bad starting position.
Nope. Here comes Gomez. Omar Gomez in the Aston. Omar's looking a little slow. He's the second behind the first sector. Maybe being a little too conservative. We know Armour's got some speed. I've had lots of good racing with Omar on Monday nights a couple seasons ago. Gilmore is about 2.5 seconds down after the second sector. Got a few guys coming up. Taylor and Cuppet were in the Nissans and they switched to the Ferrari, so they're both carrying 40 kilos. Elmar slots into 18th. Next up is Matt Taylor. In the Ferrari, they switch cars from the Nissan to the Ferrari, so whoa, getting squirrely out of the source. Carrying 40 kilos of ballast. One more that's carrying ballast is Greg Myers, who's subbing tonight. This is his first race. I think he subbed one more time earlier in the season, but he loves Spa, so he decided to sub for somebody tonight. So he's going to be carrying 40 kilos as well.
A little wheel lock up there. but he holds it tight. Yeah, depending on how you got the car set up, some turns it's pretty easy to lock up the inside front wheel, because as soon as you start to turn in, unless you're completely off the brakes, that inside front wheel just unloads and locks up on you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's difficult carrying 40 kilos of ballast. Never really had to get used to doing that because I'm not, don't really have that much success. But switching cars, you got to take that hit of 40 kilos. And by the way, tonight's the last race that guys can switch cars, so there'll be no more switching after tonight.
What was Matt driving before?
He and Cuthbert were driving the Nissan.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Well, there's two completely different kind of race cars.
Yep, Cuthbert's coming up here with a few drivers.
Matt Taylor nails down 16th here.
Here comes Trevor Snowden in the Corvette.
Look, a good clean charge up a Rouge here, which makes all the difference in the world when it comes to this long straightaway. Trevor comes up 7/10 down in the first sector. Not too bad. That's going to put him up solidly in the field if he can keep this pace.
Looking good there, Trevor. Love that Corvette. I drove the Corvette. Driven it a few seasons in this league, and it's always fun.
Yeah, I've only dabbled with the Corvette in some, shall we say, non-championship events. And I've always enjoyed it, and always thought it had good potential.
One of the guys that always drove the Corvette was Rich Roman, who's going to be coming up here shortly. Not sure what he's driving yet. He was a huge Corvette fan. Trevor slots into 20th. Probably not his best effort. And
Sergio Calderon in the Viper.
Sergio in the Viper. I never got along with the Viper, Marty. How about you?
No, I got to agree. It always was a push loose beast for me. It's It's a nose-heavy front-engine car for sure, but it's got so much torque that being able to put that power down without it getting away from you has always been a challenge. Whoa, big push. See the steering lock on that? I think
Well, I can see
he was
a little
abusing
slower than he wants to be.
Yeah, he was abusing the steering locks there a little bit. So that's your.
I know in GTR2 this car was a little freakish. It seemed to get the best gas mileage with the largest motor, and it seemed like you had to. I think you had to run lower downforce, like a 1 splitter instead of a 2 all the time to get the most speed out of it. So I never got along with it, but you know, to each his own. It adds some fun to the car pack.
Yeah, the Viper was always something that I would constantly tweak on the extreme and just literally dial myself out of a comfortable car.
Looks like Sergio's going to end up 21st so far. And next up is Jonathan Cuppet. I'm going to see Jonathan Cuppet next month down at the Rolex from southern Georgia.
Yeah, Jonathan lights him up there coming through that hairpin after the start line.
I'm surprised he can spin the tires with all that weight. He's carrying 40 kilos.
I think he knows he's got that weight and he's just thinking, I got to push harder on the loud pedal. Showing 0.7 down in the first sector so far. Grabbing a
looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, he's grabbing a big chunk of apex curb there. Looks like it kind of unsettled the car a little bit. I don't know whether he was able to carry speed doing that or what, but not everybody can get away with that.
Yep, look good through Pujol. Going through Fanye's. 1.7 down, which might put him up to 15th or so. Look good coming out of Stavila.
Oh,
he loops it. Oh, he was looking good and he looped it.
Yeah, it looked like he had the car kind of mechanically loose there for to get the car to rotate in the slow turns, and just would not let him use all that throttle.
He was looking good. He was going to be around 14, 15.
We got John McIntyre.
Well, next up is, Johnny McIntyre.
Porsche 911.
McIntyre's been looking very good in this Porsche. He's really got the hang of it. He's really stepped it up too, being teammates with Brad. you know, Brad's always one of the front runners, and John's really done well so far. I think he's finished well into the points in every race so far this season.
Through the second sector, he's down
Looking
1.
Yep, that's might put him in 12th or so. Yep, John slots into 13th. Next up is Greg Myers, subbing in the McLaren. I think Greg's done every race we've done here at Spa on Thursday night for how many races? 20, or actually 30? 30 races. I don't think Greg's missed a single one. And Greg's carrying 42 of those ballasts because this is his first race, at least in the last 4. If you miss 3, you've got to carry the maximum ballast.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough road to hoe.
Yep. But he knew that coming into the race, and he loves this track enough that he wanted to do the race.
Well, Greg has earned the reputation of Mr. Consistency. He just basically always keeps it on track and picks up positions that people hand to him on a silver platter, and has done really well. Whoa!
Oh, and he half loops it.
Yep.
That hadn't parked it.
Yep, that didn't work out too well for Greg, but he knew he was going to be having to start somewhere near the back with all that weight in a car he's not familiar with, and so
Next up is Rich Roman in the Viper. Now, Rich Roman is a driver instructor in real life, so got some high expectations for it.
I'm speechless here, Rich. That was his outlap, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's still in his outlap.
Maybe he was just cooling off the tires there, going through the grass.
We'll figure out what Spa looks like. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I remembered LaSource.
Yeah, the risk you run when you get off track like that, you get the tires all dirty. It takes some time for them to come back to full grip. So I'm sure they're good by now.
Looks like he's in a support role for Moses. I think it's Luis. Oh! Big slide.
He manages to hang on to that, but yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah, he showed some skills there. Not killing himself. He's fighting it. No, I know Rich is not. He's not actually done much in Assetto Corsa, but it's kind of fun to watch.
Well, he's just exploring all alternative lines on the track.
Yep.
He's not on the mediums or hards, is he?
He could be on like super hards.
It looks like he's really hurting for lack of grip. Oh, he's
Nope, super softs.
yeah, he just had a hard encounter with the scenery here. Front end damage. Soldiering on here. Serious.
Well, if he gains about he gained about 6 seconds in this last turn and put it on pole. So
that gap in the front hood bodywork is not going to help.
Hey, he finished the lap though.
There you go.
He's going to start 24th.
Well, I'm sure he learned a lot.
And there you have it. Al Marimon on pole.
Wow. It's about time.
It's pretty awesome.
Yes. Al's been putting in good.
It's been a long time. I think actually Al's had a pole or two, but it's been a long time. That's awesome.
Well, there's the Super Pole qualifying grid. Coming up is our 30-minute qualifying race. So stay tuned, folks.
Yep. Looks like Al and John Ledden are going to. They finished 1-2, so next week's, well, not next week, 2 weeks, our next race, they're going to be starting 1-2, no matter what. Now, the rest, 3rd through 25th, or however many we have next time, that's going to fill out the rest of the, 3rd through, I don't know how many finishers we have tonight. 3rd through 26th, those guys are going to set their qualifying for next week, or next race, excuse me.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, we're taking a week off for the holidays. 2 weeks, we will finish this up, but the first two have their positions locked in, and this 12-lap race will lock in the rest of the field.
Yeah, I just had a thought, and I've run into this in the past. This 30-minute qualifying race is a short race, so they may be using tires selections that they will not be using necessarily in the feature race in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it could be.
Looks like a lot of
I'm
these
looking at
guys.
the tires now.
Yeah,
Everybody's on softs except for Poole.
yeah, I'm seeing that too. Ian Jolicoeur
Yep, Poole and Ian.
is on mediums, yeah. But that could change at the
Yeah, there'll
last
be no
minute.
pits. Yeah, there'll be no pit stops for this race unless somebody has issues because their fuel can definitely take them 12 laps.
So let's run down the order here while we're waiting for the drivers' meeting. We got about 3.5 minutes. On pole tonight is the boss, Al Marimon. In second is John Ludden. In third is David Poole. In fourth is Kevin Kirkbride. In fifth is Mark DeGras. In sixth is Andrew Adamson. Seventh is Aaron Parsons. Eighth is Jack Hefner. Ninth is Jesse Olson. And 10th is Ian Jolicoeur.
Yep, 11th is Peter Sabo. 12th, Chris Moses. 13th, John McIntyre. 14th, David Maros. 15th, Cobus de Ville. 16th, David Zahn. 17th, Matt Taylor. 18th, Bjorn Heyman. 19th, Iggy Chiordia. 20th, Omar Gomez.
And 21st is Trevor Snowden. 22nd is Sergio Calderon. 23rd is Jonathan Cuppett. 24th is Greg Myers. 25th is Xander Warner. And 26th is Brad Marys.
Oh boy. Two of those guys in the back, 27th or 25th and 6th, Werner and Mears, are definitely going to be making a run through the pack.
Yeah, a pair of 911s. One on Andrew's on mediums currently. Brad is on softs. Interesting.
Yep, I think Brad took mediums last race at Montreal and he regretted it. So I think he's going to take the softs tonight and see what happens.
Well, they got to last 12 laps, so it's going to be interesting.
What's your pick, Marty?
Oh, well now.
We got a
John Ludden's
surprise
due.
pole winner.
That's true.
Yep.
It's to take nothing away from any pole winner, but one good lap is only one lap in a whole race. So, with that said, John Ludden's due. I think he doesn't have any weight. It looks like he's got good pace, so he's good at Spa. We'll see.
Yep. I'm looking at it. Poole and Kirkbride both have a weight in third and fourth. Ludden, no. Al, no. I want to pull for Al so bad. But I'm thinking his teammate, Parsons, from 7th place is going to come up to the front.
Yep. Aaron's done that many a time in the past, and with no weight. Although this is a short race, that's something, that makes it different than our normal events. So, drivers are going to have less time to come up through the field. So, we have lights ready for the start here.
Here we go. Oh, we have some carnage in the back. One of the autos went off. Looks like Al got away cleanly ahead of Ludden and Poole.
Yeah, the leaders are spread out.
Moses gets a little squirrel. Oh, there's a crash.
Somebody caught the wall there, and it was bad for everybody behind.
Oh. Yep.
Looks like Jesse Olsen is in the grass against the guardrail with a damaged car here. Not sure he's going to make it, but
Yep.
let's see what everybody else is doing.
Maros. Yep, Maros is limping back too.
Hey, John, park your car.
Meanwhile, Al's.
Al Marimon has got himself a comfortable lead here on the first lap. Second and third place, David Poole and John Ludden. Looks like David Poole got himself up to second. I'm sure Al Merimon's enjoying watching these guys back there nose to tail dicing, because that's just going to slow them up. John Ludden all over David Poole. Oh, David Poole locks it up, holds the inside. I don't know how those guys got through there like that. It's like David Poole's going defensive to the inside here. John Ludden thinking about the over-under, but not been able to make it work here. He's got some traffic behind. This is a very tight group.
I'm sure Al's happy to see that going on behind him. These two guys battling, letting Al get away. He's got almost 2.5 seconds of a lead.
Yep, and Kevin Kirkbride is got a front row seat to this action ahead of him. So let's join him in the front row here. Watching from the driver's seat. Mark DeGraw in the Audi close behind. Yeah, John Ludden knows this is a short race. Oh, he tucks it under David Poole.
What a pass.
David's not going to give it up here. They are side by side. Are they touching? I don't know. And John Ludden finally gets the position. That was some great stuff, guys.
That was a nice pass.
That's called working it.
Yep. And for all you guys that are worried about, contact all the time and you're turning them penalties, watch these guys race. No contact there. Two of the fastest guys in the league, and they gave each other room.
Well, we are 3 laps into a 12-lap race, and Al Merimon's got under 3-second lead here now to John Ludden, so see if John's got anything for him.
Wow, Al's 3 seconds ahead. That's awesome. Keep it together, Al. And with Al doing so well, that makes me think that his teammate Eza is gonna be pretty damn strong. Although he's running 11th place. This is the one that's usually leading.
Yeah, back here at 17th, John the Cupboard's got a beer full of Brad Marys.
Yeah, it looks like Mears and Werner are two from the back have run themselves up to about 8 places or so.
Whoa, this is getting nasty for third place here.
Yeah, there's like 5 cars within a half a second. I think maybe pulling his weight or kind of holding some guys back.
Yeah, it does appear.
Oh! And clearance goes really wide. I'm not sure who that was.
Caught the end of Aaron Parsons making a pass there in the braking zone. David Zahn for 10th. So Parsons lost some positions here from the start.
Yeah.
I believe he was 7th on the grid.
I didn't see what happened. The battle for 4th is between about 5 or 6 cars.
Ooh, I see Gregory Myers is retired. And I think we've got a few retirements here. I have not been watching them. There's so much action on track here at the moment. Dean Juliford just snatched 6th from Jack Hefner. Looks like Hefner's got a little front end damage there on the Ferrari.
Yeah, Marty, I didn't see what happened to Greg.
Nor did I.
But it looks like Adamson's out. Is that Mears? Brad Mears out?
Would appear, yes.
Meanwhile, Al's got 3.5 seconds on Ludden.
Yes, showing the pace necessary to get this job done. So, looking good. Peter Szabo looking in the braking area here, and a little ambitious contact here.
Oh! No! Hefner spins it in the bus stop.
Yeah, there was contact on
11.
turning in here. Looks like Peter's backing off, and he's letting those cars back by.
I'm not sure that was. I was following Zach, and I don't think that was anybody's fault there. I'm not sure that Peter caused that anyway. We were about halfway through the race, just short of halfway. And Al's cruising along, 3.5 seconds ahead of Ludden, and Poole was 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, nice little scrap back here for 10th place with Jack Hefner, John McIntyre, and Peter Szabo. A Ferrari, a Porsche, and a McLaren.
Yep, unfortunately, Zach Hefner spun out at the bus stop last lap. I think he was running at about 7. Hopefully we can gather it back up and maintain this position. Big battle for, I'm watching Jolly Crew for actually for third. Four-way battle for third. 5-way battle for third.
It's like Kevin.
Moses, Jolicoeur, DeGraw, Kirkbride, and Poole. Poole carrying some weight.
We're trying to keep up with this. It looks like Kirkbride was trying to make a move here before the Rouge thinks better of it. Right, they're all in each other's draft here. This is going to get fun.
Yeah, the two guys in front are carrying weight too, so.
Mark DeGraw goes inside Kevin Kirkbride here. Managed to actually get through. Wasn't pretty, but they're still on track. Meanwhile, all Ian Jolicoeur sees is this unpredictable crowd of cars ahead of him, trying to figure out which way to go.
Yeah, he told me tonight that McLaren's a tough car to drive.
David Poole still holding on.
I think the quote was, "He tries to kill you." Yeah, way to go to David Poole to be able to hold on to that position with all these guys behind you. The lead up front still 3.5 seconds. We're running lap 7. We're more than halfway through.
Parsons worked his way up, back up to 8th. Moses right ahead of him, and then that group fighting for 3rd. Ian Julicor, Kevin Kirkbride, Mark DeGraw, and David Poole.
Yep, and Chris Moses right behind that.
Yeah,
Julicor's got a run here.
Right, yeah, he's got a run on Kirkbride here. Let's see what happens. Looks like Ian's moved to the inside. He's alongside. And
he's got it.
He's got it, yep.
Looking back at Werner, he's gone from the back to 13th so far. Looks like he's got a few seconds up to 13th Peter Slabo. Really expected Werner to, well, if he hadn't had that unfortunate accident in qualifying, he would have been up in the top 5.
Battle for 11th here. Peter Zabu moved up on John McIntyre. And looking at their lap times, it's like Zabu definitely has pace here. Looking for an opportunity.
Yep, takes it. Going into the bus stop. Still maintaining about a 4-second lead over Ludden. With about 4 laps to go.
Yeah, John Ludden in 2nd here. Not close enough to challenge for the lead, and pretty safe back to 3rd. Where David Poole has got the whole world behind him. Looks like Ian Juliker is scooted up to Mark DeGraw in 4th position right now. So about 3 more laps to go here. There might be a new 4th place.
Yeah, I was watching the tire selections. Ian and Poole are the only ones in the top 10 with medium tires. So I think maybe towards the end of the stint they're actually going to be able to make up some time. I wouldn't doubt it. See Ian actually try to make a move on DeGraw.
Yeah, battle for 6th here. Kevin Kirkbride with Chris Moses behind, Aaron Parsons behind him.
Ian's got a run on DeGraw.
They're alongside here. Looks like Ian's got a position. He's up at fourth.
Yep. Takes fourth. Up ahead is third, David Poole, who Ian subs for a lot. He subs for David's team, so we'll see what happens. I'm not sure he's going to actually catch up with him, though. Only 3 laps to go, 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah, we're running out of time here. I think David Maros is in the pits. Don't know whether that's terminal or not.
Ooh, Ian's got DeGraw all over his butt. Along with Kirkbride. And we've started lap 11, 2 to go. Al's got still 4-second lead over Ludden. I'm pretty shocked.
Well, John,
awesome to see Al leading the race.
John Ludden has fastest lap at this point. 2:17.3 to Al Marimon's 2:17.5. But it would appear that Al's consistency has been able to hold that gap. So I'm sure John Ludden is trying with everything he's got, but it looks like he's going to run out of time here. David Poole's finally found himself some breathing room in third place here, followed by Ian Jolicoeur, Mark DeGraw, Kevin Kirkbride, Chris Moses, Aaron Parsons.
Yeah, the top 2 were Marimon and Ludden. They didn't really have too much change there. But actually, the rest of the field, there hasn't been that much of a change up.
Ooh, we're catching Peter Szabo and Jack Ebner. Looks like Ebner is very close here, looking to make the most of these last couple of laps for the 10th position. Looks like Szabo went wide and Hebner's alongside here. But Szabo's got the inside line. They're doing this side by side.
Yep, we're on the last lap.
Looks like Jolicoeur is really close to Poole. It's like there may have been some mistakes here that have closed this field up again. John Ludden isn't that far ahead. Oh, yeah. John Ludden's now 8 seconds back from Marimon. So
Yeah, I think Ludden must have had a problem.
yeah, it just brought the whole field up to his bumper. Well, not quite, but definitely has reduced that gap. Ian Jellicoe is now right with David Poole, which is battle for the last podium position. This is an age-old rivalry here. These guys have been in this position many times, into the closing laps after running so close together. Whoa, Ian pulls inside here. A little rub and takes it away.
Oh wow, DeRob takes that spot too. So Al finishes first, followed by Ludden, Jellicoe, DeGraw, Poole, Kirkbride, Moses in 7th, Parsons 8th, Zahn, nice finish tonight. Peter Sabo in 10th, Hefner in 11th, Johnny Mack 12th. Comes Taylor carrying that car switching weight, 13th. Bjorn Heyman in 14th. Gomez 15th. Cuppet carrying the car switch weight, 16th. Snowden 17th. Unfortunate Werner 18th. We'll get Al with us.
What's up, fellas?
Hey Al,
What was up with that?
that was an amazing drive. I mean, basically you have the whole world battling behind you there, but that was some good pace.
Yeah, that worked out for me. I mean, I'm so used to dragging other people up here, I don't know what to do. But,
Yeah. What are you doing up here? What the hell?
No, exactly. No, I don't know. I lucked out in qualifying. I think Kirkbride had me, but he kind of messed up that the bus stop. I think he would have had it. But other than that, I mean, Loon was right there the whole race and started fading slightly, so I just took it easy near the end. And because I know if I had a little more in me, but if I pushed it too hard, things got a little dicey there at the end with the softs.
Yeah, I think John Ludden was pushing there, and all of a sudden that gap went from 3 seconds to 8 seconds.
Yeah, you definitely figured something out at Spa. I mean, you were hauling ass, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. I don't know. It's not a track I have a history of doing well at, and I'm just psyched, man. I don't know what to say. I'm just happy. I mean, it's a qualifying race, whatever, but I'll take it. Hopefully we'll see if I can put it together next week for the full deal. Different story, though. Whole different animal.
Yeah, but you got a leg up and a good start for the final feature in 2 weeks. So congratulations, Al.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marty and Walton. Thanks you guys for doing this. Really appreciate it. Stepping up.
Yeah, nice run, dude. You keep it up next race, and heck, it'd be awesome to see you in winner's circle.
Yeah, it'll be nice, but
it's been a while. It's been a little while.
Long time. But
right, when was your last poll? I tell you what, when was your last poll? It's been a while.
This was my first one in AC. I had a pole in GT02 in the GT2 series in the 4GT in one of these British tracks. Other than that, it's been a long drought.
Nice.
But thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, we'll see you in 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks. Well, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and that was the short version. The big event in 2 weeks is it'll be the grid will be set, No qualifying, straight to race. Should be fun.
Yep, about 2.5 hours next time, so it's going to be a long one. We'll see what happens. I'm pulling for Al, man. That's pretty cool.
Cool. All right, John. We'll see you next time, and thanks everybody for watching.
All right, take care, everybody.